They are amazing. You'll be going crazy in a little bit. Again, with the art, thank you very much. It was a tough battle. We had a couple of pieces that were battling to the end for the People's Choice. And your winner is, drum roll, the Pug. Yay, the Pug. This is by Sequoia Scott from Wanapegao School. And she'll be receiving $150 for her People's Choice. Way to go. In the Frontier Fiddlers, which we have up in front of you here, we have some of our level 3, level 4, and level 5 students who will be performing for you today. We have from Area 1, we have representation from Gillum School, Brochet, Waboden. From Area 2, we have Grand Rapids. From Area 3, we have Wanapegao, Black River and Anishinaabe, Falcon Beach, San Antonio, and Matheson Island. And from Area 4, we have Frontier Moosahican. Oh, yeah, there we go. Cranberry Portage Elementary. And from Area 5, we have Helen Betty Osborne. It's a big, well-rounded group. Okay. All right, and we have instructors here. We have Cameron Baggins, who represents Area 4. We have Ryan Douse from Area 5. We have Nathan Halcrow from Area 1. We have Patty Kristorok from Area 2-3. Is Brooke here? Brooke or Daria? No? No. Well, Brooke and Daria from Area 3 and 2 have been helping out with these guys as well. So, with no further ado, the Frontier Fiddlers.
Maple sugar, ready? Ready? 1, 2, 1. Okay, here's a nice Irish tune, an Irish reel called the Wedding Reel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh my, it's always so wonderful. This job is a wonderful job. I can hardly call it a job. Playing music is so much fun. It's also, well, I guess it's a job learning it. It's a lot of work. And so the journey is long and tough. And there's days when we probably all feel like it's too hard. But you know what? I've found on the way that really it's the journey that counts. So I wrote this next one of these tunes here that's coming up. Oh, I see. It's the Murray River Jig. Can we jump to Hector the Hero? Ready, Hector the Hero. So I wrote this tune, and Hector the Hero, and the next tune, Path is the Goal. So I wrote this tune having the idea that we need to at all times remember how it's the journey that counts, and it's the getting there. We never arrive. We're always in the process of getting there, and that's really the process of education. We're all learning and we're all growing, and so I called the second tune here, "The Path is the Goal." And the first tune is Hector the Hero, and it might be something like a lament for a fallen hero. Hector the Hero. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, Murray River Jig. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. Ryan Dow, would you come down here? Wow, this guy's an awesome fiddler, and he's a great teacher. Ryan Dow is living in Norway House. And would you introduce the next tune here?
Okay, so we have a couple guitar players from Norway House who came to perform during Frontier Idol. Now, let me tell you, I've never seen students practice so much in my life. Like, we would rehearse with the fiddlers all morning, all afternoon. We'd get back to the hotel, have supper, and sure enough, they would grab their guitars and they would practice until bedtime. Sometimes they would practice in the room, they would practice in the hallway, and then even practicing in the stairway. So it was pretty nonstop. So the tune that they are going to perform for us is a gypsy jazz tune titled "The Minor Swing." Hope you enjoy this one.
What talent, what talent. Oh boy. Homegrown too. These are people from our program. Nathan Helcrow and Ryan as well, the instructors, and great job, you guys. Okay. So we're gonna get on with Fleur de Mandragore, and this is a tune that's from Quebec and a famous folk band called Les Boutines de Souriant. The Smiling Boot. You're well familiar with that, I've known. I've noticed your shoes from time to time start smiling. Okay, here we go. Fleur de Mandragore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down with Pat's Country. We played this last year, and I think we're going to nail it this year. So it's always great to be back. Thank you so much for inviting us to your special event of the year. This is wonderful to not only get to perform with you, but just to hang out with these kids in a non-school situation. You know, we love having the opportunity to relax and talk about the tunes, play with them, go on the water slides, and then head off to a school show. We did a lovely school show in West St. Paul yesterday. They're starting a program, a fiddling program. It's their first year. And I was talking to the teacher, and you know, she really doesn't know how to play the fiddle, but people want the fiddle program. And I think it's been the Frontier Schoolship, this flagship program, has affected the entire province. There's people all over who want fiddle programs in their schools as a result of what we've been able to accomplish here with your support. So thank you so much. We're going to play this Pat's Country now and relax. Imagine the stars at night, sitting around the fire after a long, hard day on your horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And one of the great events of our year, of course, is the Big Jam. We call it the Big Jam now. It's the big annual event. And we're always looking for new inspiration at these events so that not only our students get to meet new teachers, but also the instructors. We all need a little inspiration here and there. And last year we had a fellow named Shane Cook, who's one of the top fiddlers in Canada, come and help us with the event, with the classes and also the show. And so this is a tune that he introduced to us, Big Mon, and it introduces a new technique that we aren't familiar with. And the technique is chopping, where you don't actually try to make a nice sound on the violin. It's more like that kind of sounds. And we're supposed to be doing them in a rhythmic way so that it does make a little bit of sense. I always tell my kids music is really just a bunch of noise, but it's organized noise. So as soon as you start organizing noise, it starts to remind you of music, maybe. And the few ways we organize music is, number one is rhythm, and the second important way is pitch. So if we can get things working in rhythm and we can start aiming our fingers, we got music. So here we go. We're going to show you what chopping's all about in a tune called Big Mon, after the big Bill Monroe, the famous bluegrass fiddle player. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Run, pony, run, pony, run, pony, run. Yeah, that's the Boil Them Cabbage. Good old tune. We start with that. That's one of the first tunes we learned, but we do fancy it up. So now we're going to have more tunes with all of our fiddlers together. So we have some folks that are just coming into the more advanced players, and they're going to play some level 3 tunes with us, starting with the Plaza Polka. Polkas are wonderful. Bouncy tunes. See if we can tap your foot if you feel like it. I think it's...
3, I think.
Is it 3?
No, 2.5. 2.5.
2.5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yesterday when I asked the audience in the school we were playing if anybody knew how to waltz, one tiny little girl put her hand up. And she said, I know how to waltz. And I said, well, okay, come on up here. And one of our girls started to join her. And we weren't 3 notes into the tune, and then a bunch of other people started coming up. So we'll see what happens here today. Does anybody here know how to waltz? We had a whole gym waltzing yesterday. We'll see what happens. You're welcome. There's lots of room here. I know 2 waltzers right at the back there. I would like to... May I? May I? My brother Harold and his wife Jane, and they do waltz, a fine waltz. I know they do. And if you want to bring everybody up, come on up. Okay, here we go. Where's this tune? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There it is. It's fun. You know it's fun. Come on up. Come on up. Welcome, my brother Harold and Jane. Oh, you're so lovely. It's your 65th birthday. Congratulations. Pardon me, 60th. 60. The big 6-0. There's the French jig. One of our students, Matthew Contois from Grand Rapids, taught me this song. We were co-teaching a class in Barrows, and I had done my bit, and I said, okay, it's your turn, Matthew, and he taught this tune. And I learned it that day, and I love this tune. It's the French jig, also known as the bird in the cage. One, are we ready? 1, 2, 1. I don't know how to introduce the next tune. Should I just carry on with what we've been doing? I was listening to Pink Floyd the other day, that intro. Yeah. Sure, so I was listening to Pink Floyd, and I thought maybe one of my speakers wasn't working because it was cutting out on that side and cutting in here. And then I remembered, oh no, that's what they did back in the 70s to make it psychedelic. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna do we're gonna do a psychedelic version of, believe it or not, a tune called "The Road to Batoche." Pardon me. I hope we're not being sacrilegious here. "The Road to Batoche" by Andy DeJarlis, and then "The War Bonnet Reel," followed by and that's by Marcel Mayor, who's from Winnipeg here. And are you ready? Yeah, okay, Jeremy, kick off the psychedelics. there any questions? Do we need a question and answer here? Is it hard to play the fiddle? What do you think?
When you're going this fast.
What's another good question? Can I have long nails? No. Kiera, what's your question?
What song are we playing next?
She wants to get out of here. Okay, Val's Dream is our last tune. Thank you so much, everybody. Val's Dream. Again, thank you so much for inviting us year after year. It's such a good time, and hope we've entertained you a little bit. So here we go. Val's Dream is a fun tune. Are you ready? What is this? How many times?